Afternoon. It's April 23rd, 2026. It's Thursday, and today we had a range day within a range. So this is the 40,000 tick chart, and so basically prices were in here, and they traveled up to the top of the range, and boom, floor fell out, tested the bottom of the range, and bounced, and now we're at the midline. So that's what's going on. Uh, I was. It looked like we were going to get a breakout to the upside, and that's what I was looking for, and it didn't happen. We're in a range, but look, the bias is still up. This bar will close in about half an hour, and if it has a big old stem on the bottom, I'm still bullish. You know, it's not a strong breakout above all-time highs, but it's a breakout, and there's a body gap. So these bodies do not overlap these bodies. So, strong resistance at the bottom of this range, and that's what it's looking like. Let's check out the week. So the weekly chart is looking like an inside bar. We'll see if that remains the case. And the monthly chart, uh, which the last day of the month will be next Thursday, still looking bullish. So anyway, 2700 tick chart. Let's take a look. Get a big sell off in the overnight, comes back up, and we're in this is, I usually don't, more often I don't draw these contracting channels, but this is just very clear that's what was happening. And I started drawing these corrections because, so you take this bull move and it corrected about 76%, I think that is. So then you take it, or if you want, and I took it to the next bull move, and we corrected to about 76%. So, think about buying here or this higher low. If Oh no, that's too early. But anyway, we get the next bull move, and look at where the buying comes in. So if you're watching that, uh, I think that's a good place to enter on a limit order, and it ends up testing the high. You know how you play it. I was anticipating a breakout, so I was holding. Um, and if you want to get out here, you get out. You get a couple bear legs, and then we get this spike and channel formation. And what I was trying to do with this bull move was to buy at the 75% mark, and it bounced there, and then it just went lower, so I got trapped there. But anyway, let's take a look at this bull channel. I mean, you got what looks like a two-legged pullback right here, but let's look at here, because I was looking to buy. I like this. This looks like a sell climax. It looks like we would have exhausted sellers here. That's a strong bear move, and then you bounce, and then we get an instant sell climax, exhaustive sell climax. And what that means, exhaustive, is that you get a big old bear bar. That's the biggest bear bar in this whole move, and the bull bar uh, engulfs it immediately. So maybe you consider that one. These aren't 100% or anything, but nothing's 100%. But that's maybe that's one you consider. It, it looks like on a larger time frame, it'd be a one leg, first entry, second entry long. And so we're making clearly higher highs and higher lows. And you get this first entry, second entry. If you don't like entering here, maybe you consider entering above this bar. I mean, you got room to the top of the channel. Do you take this high or low? I don't think so. You're kind of in no man's land unless you enter on just below when this. I think I did enter there. Uh, when you tick below right here, and then it continues higher. Maybe consider that. Then we get the nothing in here, just the channel fizzling out. So, yeah, I actually remember I was in this and I didn't take profits because I was anticipating the breakout, and that's not what I believe is the proper way to have traded this. The market has been choppy the past few days. We know we're in a range. The breakouts haven't been clear. And because of that, you want to follow what the chart is telling you. And it was telling me to take profits at the top of the channel, but I didn't. On when you're in the middle of this bull breakout stuff, I think it's reasonable to hold at the top of this channel, anticipating a breakout to the high side. But that's just not what we've been seeing the past few days. So anyway, we get the break. You get this double top. I think that's reasonable to consider because we're at the top of this range right now. So what is it? 7180. That's the top of the range. That's near the top of the range. So very reasonable to start looking for shorts. I think entering short with a limit order in here is reasonable, and clearly the computers thought that too, because this thing just takes off. And if you have this trend line drawn, enter on limit orders up here. If it comes back to the EMA, enter on a limit order. This is a very easy short setup. I mean, body gap right here. I'll draw that. Body gap right here. Body gap right here. Body gap right here. So it's just very strong. And then I mean, I would say sell this pullback, first pullback to the EMA. After the break of the channel, it also looks like a break out of that range. Let me delete these. But those are body gaps. The bodies do not overlap. When it breaks out to the low side, the pullbacks, like this green bar, its body doesn't overlap with the body of these bars. So we get this range, and you can see we're getting lower lows. It breaks out to the high side, and the floor just falls out again. And this is a sell climax. The sellers can't keep this up. It tests this low, and if you're looking at this 40K tick chart, this is an excellent place to buy, especially when you get that doji there, just confirming it. So, do you buy with a limit order down here? Maybe you consider it, but the better idea is to wait for higher lows. Uh, maybe you buy with a limit order here, or not even a limit order, just buy on a stop order maybe. Can you consider this? I think so. With that momentum, if you understand why we are buying so heavily, I think you can buy here, and you get this spike in channel, and yeah. You get an overshoot with a bull channel, you get a break, and we've just been going sideways ever since then. So that's what we're looking at today. Now we're in a range. Let's change this. So that pretty much wraps it up. I hope everyone had a good day. I'll give you one last look at this thing, and I'll be back tomorrow.